we decided to test out the small quad 250 size with its new lights that we just sort of made out ourselves. We put resistors on each of the lights so they don't eat up, all of the battery. I didn't want to buy one of those ready-made LED sets that have gazillions of lights somehow. I like the... My wife says it looks like a police vehicle. I kind of like it like that. Two blue ones up front, red in the back. Scoots about fast enough. These were the first tests that we had of it at night. I just wanted to see if I can actually see the thing. It is kind of small. 250 millimeters is kind of tiny to be able to take up in the air for about 1 kilometer, which is what it can do. I'd just kind of be stupid to try, you know what I mean? I've got the same remote control for a bigger quadcopter of a 450 size. That's my favorite one. That one I can still see about maybe 700 feet, about 1,000 feet away. Or maybe it's because I'm really trying not to lose it. But the fact is, the bigger they are, the safer they are to take away from you. So I kept really, I still do. I keep very conservative about the small one. Only because I'd never used carbon fiber bodies before. And this is a nice knockoff of I'm pretty sure it's a knockoff of the QA V250 build. You know. It's a decent knockoff, I guess. But then again, it's the first day I'm really using it. Time will tell. Just how good is this carbon and from where is it, we do not know. We'll find out though. Off she goes. What I have to say about the KK2 board, look at how stable it is. I'm not working too hard at all. I let go of the sticks up there for a second, and there weren't too much winds this night, so it stayed steady. And it doesn't seem to have any prop wash when you just, when you bring it down to the ground. I don't do too much or any stunting at all. I don't go into manual mode with this flyer because I've got a small CCD camera and a 200 milliwatt transmitter on it as well. So this whole thing was a payload test, really. I don't have the camera and the transmitter going, which would have been really interesting because then I get to see what it's seeing. You know that drill, right? It takes a picture, you take a picture, it and all that stuff. That's cool, but I just wanted to see if it could actually fly carrying the weight of those two gadgets, those two extra gadgets. Using a 2200 milliamp battery on this one, it flew for 8 minutes before it rang out the alarm on the battery monitor. Lightning! I set the battery monitor's warning pretty high. I think it's at 3.6 when I was flying this. So, because I just don't want to run them down until they're dead, I never run down my batteries, until they're gone. I set my battery monitors at 3.7 or 3.6, which is pretty much pussy level. It's like storage level, really. You could fly a couple more minutes on those, I think. But, I just kind of stay safe. So, this is safe. 2200 milliamps on this thing is safe to fly for 8 minutes while it's feeding you video. To achieve that for the same 8 minutes with the battery for the video transmitter and the camera would just be switching up to a 2600 milliamp battery, slightly bigger, and I've tested it at 12 minutes without an extra battery on. So I'm going to add a small extra battery to power the camera and the transmitter. I'm just trying to keep track of what the hell it is I'm planning to do with this baby. Right now I just like flying it, really. Yeah, so at the end of the day, what I'm talking about is a 2600 milliamp battery will last for about 8 minutes, feeding decent transmission video 200 milliwatts. There you go. 700 TV lines. Nice. So yeah. So, don't expect any stunts or anything. I'm not gonna do any stunts with the gear on. I might make another flyer just so I can let go in acro mode and just flip around in the air. Yeah. But I'm pretty impressed with the KK2 board. It's not as hard as they say to program. It's just not. Have yourself some common sense. Make sure you've got flight basics. It is not for a beginner. Because I am a beginner. But I'm a beginner who did a whole lot of research on it too before I even bought my first board, which was an APM. I read up and I read up on it. And now I've got, hi baby. And so now I've got things going on the KK2 board, which seems to be easy enough to tune. It seems to auto level by itself really nice. Wow. Elizabeth brought me dinner. How sweet is that? Okay, the alarm's going on now, and I think we set it at 3.6 per cell, which is not bad. And you're sure to have it come back to you nice and safe. It does sound like a bomb, though. So they got to do something about it. Really do.